In the movies, but once in a while, a beautiful girl is discovered, whisked off to Hollywood to be a star, and it happened in Phoenix, Arizona, when our next guest entered a local beauty pageant and began one of good careers in Hollywood and landed up on one of TV's hottest shows. Here she is from Beverly Hills 90210, Miss Jennie Garth. Hi, Jennie. How you doing? Nice to have you.
Hi, Jennie. Good to see you.
Jennie Garth, so fresh-faced, so young. So
I know.
Yeah.
So young. So young.
Yes, she's 19 years old. As a matter of fact, she's the only one in the cast who has revealed her age.
Yes. Well, I think there are a few others, but I'm 19, like it or not, you know?
That's it, and you don't care who knows it.
No.
Why would you not want everyone to know it?
Well,
You know, I wonder why, like Jason Priestley, why don't they say?
I really don't know. It's not talked about, you know? It's not something that...
Well, you know
really
what? I think the show would perhaps prefer that some, you know, they're supposed to be in high school.
So if they're like 26 or something, it ruins the image.
Yeah, I think
you should be graduating this year, right?
Well, supposedly. I'm not really sure what they're going to do with that. You know, we're supposed to graduate this year, but I think we might be in high school a little longer.
I think so, too. What was the contest you entered in Phoenix, Arizona?
That was a scholarship pageant, not a beauty pageant.
Oh, a scholarship pageant. Yeah, well.
It was called Cinderella Scholarship Pageant, and it was a good time. You know, I was teaching dance at the time, and I just decided, well, why not? I was bored, and I did it. And one of the judges was a manager, Randy James. He's right over there. And he's still with me to this day. He's my right arm.
Let me get this straight. You entered this contest, and one of the judges became your manager. Isn't that an unusual story?
And does your mom know?
Yeah, she was with me.
Oh,
she was
your
right
mom
there with
took
me.
you to Hollywood, though, right?
Right, we went together, and we lived in the same apartment with 3 other people, and kind of did that struggling thing, just for a little while, though.
Yeah, how soon after you got to Hollywood did you get 90210?
Oh, I worked on another series before that, but 4 months after we moved, I got my first job, and then, like a year and a half later, I started on 90210.
Wow.
Gee, that's not bad at all, is it? That's not a long wait.
No.
That's terrific.
No, it's the best.
So you're happy with the series?
Yeah, yeah, it's doing
Did you have
really
to
well.
audition a number of times? We've had some of the other cast members here, and some of them had to go through lengthy auditions.
Yeah, it was an awful time in my life. I mean, I went 5 times, and not until the last meeting did I get to meet Aaron Spelling, and that was what I'd been waiting for this whole time, was to meet Aaron, because I just had them on this pedestal, and I still do, but he's the greatest guy, and it was very nerve-wracking, and there were people who wanted me for the part, people who didn't, and it was just kind of
He had the last say, didn't he?
I think so.
And that's what clinched it.
Yeah.
Not a bad guy to
He
have in your
helped me
corner.
out a little.
So how are you coping with all of this? You know, your very first television show turns out to be a blockbuster hit.
Oh, it's a little overwhelming at times.
Is it?
Yeah, I go on these personal appearances and meet the fans, and they just have such an overwhelming response to the show. It's so great, and the fans are wonderful.
Yeah.
And you've already bought your first house, and
My
you got
second
engaged.
house.
Your
That
second
sounds
house
awful,
at
doesn't it?
19?
It sounds really bad. No, you see, it was my parents and I kind of did this house thing in Arizona, and so we have a family home there and a little house I have in California to live in. Yeah.
So you have the house, and I see there's a sparkler right here. There's something going on there.
Yes, a little.
Yes. Looks
Now,
like,
is this an official
looks like an
announcement?
engagement ring to me.
Yes, it is. Dan, hello. How are you?
Dan is his name?
Yeah.
Oh. And where'd you meet Dan?
He's a musician, and I was watching him play one night, and I thought, oh, he's very cute. No, he's a musician, a friend of a friend, and we kind of met that way.
What band does he play with a band?
Yes, he's in a wonderful band out of LA called Tongues and Tails, and they're working on recording their first album right now, so look out for them.
Tongues and Tails.
It's not like the group you saw Saturday night.
No, I was going to say, it sounds like something Gelman would go see in his black leather jacket.
They're a very good band.
They're a good band, but they're a rock and roll band or
Yes.
heavy metal?
No,
or
not heavy
do
metal.
they break guitars?
It's kind of like Bob Dylan. They're very rootsy and very, very authentic, so...
So you fell in love with Dan from afar in the audience, huh?
Yeah, he was playing, and I...
And then how did you finagle a meeting with him?
Afterwards, at a party.
Oh. Jennie Garth. Jennie Garth is a slick one.
When's the date? Do you have a wedding date set?
No, next year sometime.
Oh.
We're
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
leaving
that's
it in the open.
Well, you seem very happy.
I
That's good.
am.
Everything's going your way. Why shouldn't she be happy?
Yeah, that's
Hit
right.
show, she's got tongues and tails, whatever it is. She's all set. All right, let's take a look at a clip now from your series, and since I've been burned once, so why don't you introduce it?
Oh, okay. This is a clip between my wonderful TV mom, Ann Gillespie, and she is now in her 6th month of pregnancy, and so Let's see.
All
what
right,
happens.
fine. Here's a scene from Beverly Hills, 90210.
Mom, why are you going through with this when you don't have to?
I told you already. It's not that easy.
What, you're just gonna lose Mel? Like, he's the first guy you've met in years who actually cares about you. And who you might even love. All that just so you can have a baby you don't even want?
Kelly, it's my baby. It's a part of me. I can't just get rid of it.
Why not?
You've never had an abortion.
Have you?
Yeah.
Pretty heavy for a 19-year-old.
The plot lines keep getting heavier and heavier on that show.
We like to deal with the issues that are really happening out
Yeah.
there. And yeah, Kelly's mom has been through a lot of stuff, you know. She's done the drugs, and usually it's the child who kind of messes up in the family thing. But the mother in this case has had some problems, and Kelly's kind of there with the strong will.
Well, there are a lot of ways to go with today's society and today's problems,
Yeah.
both adults and kids as well. Well, you're doing a terrific job, and you're off to a great start in your life, and we wish you the very best. Thanks, Jenny. It's on Thursday nights on Fox TV, Beverly Hills. Right back with International Cooking Kickoff in a moment.
Tomorrow on Live from 21 Jump Street, actor Richard Grieco